Hello, today we're going to do a video tutorial on how to send an appropriate email to a member of staff, as increasingly we're getting lots of different emails that sometimes aren't set out in the right way or don't include the right content and can quite frankly sometimes appear quite rude as well. So these are the key things on what you need to do. Number one, always add a subject field. Just make it something short. Don't put an entire sentence in there, just a few words or a phrase that's actually relevant to what you're emailing about. So it might just be work submission, or it might be query about UCAS. Whatever it is, just something to the point really and basic, but that's actually a relevant subject. This just gives the reader the opportunity to see what the email is concerning, to maybe judge how urgent it is that you need a response. And also, if they can't answer at that time and they need to come back to it, it'll enable them to search for the right thing as well later on. Okay. The second thing is, within the actual message field, then it's important that a message is put in there. Okay. I can't tell you the number of times in which I'm sent work by students and they just attach a file and they actually don't have any message at all for me. It comes across as a bit rude, basically. You'd never walk into the classroom and just chuck your work down on the desk and then just walk back out without saying anything. So treat this in the same way, okay? Even if you are just submitting work, attach a brief message to it. Just something like, "Hi miss, here's my essay that's due in today. Thank you for taking the time to look at it. Best wishes," and then your name. Okay, just to the point. It's only taking you a couple of seconds to chuck together. It just comes across as quite polite. Okay, now that we've written a really basic message there, and obviously if you're emailing something more detailed, then put exactly down what you want to ask about, then there's a few key things here that we need to remember to do as well. First of all, always greet the person that you are responding to. Now, most of you refer to us as Miss or Sir, okay? And that's absolutely fine. Use Miss or Sir. Miss is not spelt like that, okay? It's not spelt Mrs. Even if the person that you're emailing is a Mrs., that is their title, you don't say, "Hey Mrs." when you're in the classroom. You'd say, "Hey Miss." So you just spell it like that, okay? If you're doing "Hi Sir" or "Hi Miss." Alternatively, if you want to personalise it, then that's absolutely fine as well. You can just put the full name there, okay? So that's just the way to start it off. And then you just put a comma and then do a paragraph break and then your message goes afterwards, okay? But it's important to greet. Again, you wouldn't just walk into the classroom and not say hello to your teacher. Just treat this email exchange as exactly the same way, okay? Afterwards then, in the main body, you want to have your message, and you want that message to be clear, okay? And again, if you're somebody that is capable of using capital letters, and if you're somebody that's capable of using full stops and other punctuation, then you should just be doing so in your emails as well. So make sure what you're saying is in full sentences, make sure that it uses the proper words, make sure it ends in full stops. Just write in the way that you would write in an essay or anything else, really, okay? You've got those skills, and sometimes the ability to capitalise anything seems to completely disappear in an email, which is quite interesting, okay? And then when you're done giving your message, okay, be it just informing your teacher of something or asking them a question, whatever it is that you need, okay, then it's important that you finish your email as well. You don't just leave it there, okay? And then you sign off, okay? Now, this isn't a formal exchange. You know your teachers really well. You don't need to say something like, "Yours sincerely." That's not needed, okay? But most of the time, you know, if you're asking them to maybe look at something, then just "thanks" will do, okay? Or if you want to do something else, then something like "best wishes" is nice. Just something informal. And then it's always nice to sign off with your name as well. Yes, we do know who the email's coming from because we know your email addresses, but That's just the way you do things. You don't send somebody a card and then hope that they'll recognise it from your handwriting, do you? Okay, you always sign off your name on the end of it. Okay, so those are the basics. Fill in the subject field. Greet us by our name or by how you call us, obviously in an appropriate way. Say something in the content of your email, even if it's just stating the obvious, then do it. And then sign off as well, okay? And if you can manage it, try to make sure there's some capital letters and some full stops in there as well. And we look forward to getting back to you on email as well.